Hey y'all, back with another one. Today's video is going to be a excuse me, y'all. Went outside yesterday, neck all open, and now I got a little cough. So anyway, today's video is going to be a story time video about the first time the very first and the very last time I ever ran from a fight. Now, y'all gonna have to excuse me because I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry, and it is, I don't know what time it is. I know it's in the afternoon, but I don't know what time. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 4:17 p.m.
Okay, it's 4:17 and I'm just eating, and I am all kinds of hungry. So my husband and I, some family and friends, went to BBQs, Dallas BBQs. You can see the name right here, Dallas BBQs. And I had some leftovers, so I said, you know what? I'm going to get into it right now because I'm hungry while I tell y'all this story. So y'all, my brother set me up. Look, y'all, I got some ribs, some cornbread, whatever was left of it. I have some 2 pieces of shrimp, and I have some dumplings. The dumplings is from the Chinese restaurant, y'all. And I threw that in there with it. And I have some rice. So, I already said my prayers. So, my brother set me up. So, one time, he set me up, but it wound up being a good thing down the line. But I'm going to tell you how he set me up. My brother was always worried about us being able to fight and knowing how to defend ourselves. But the way he went about it was crazy. So, when I was younger, we used to live directly across the street from the rapper Old Dirty Bastard. So we used to live directly across the street, like their house was facing ours. And they had a large family. Once we got up in age, me and him wound up dating. Me and Old Dirty Bastard. It's a true story. You can ask anybody in my family. Everybody knows it. We dated for a little while. But he wasn't Old Dirty Bastard then. I'm not going to give out his government. May he rest in peace. But, yeah, we dated for a little bit. But his family was known to be, like, they were 5%ers, you know. They didn't basically believe in God, but it was like, you know, they were God, you know, they had their way of talking, and 5%ers and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all know what 5%ers are. I don't really know the full extent of the 5%er thing, but they called each other God. Yo, what's up, God? What's up, God? What's up, God? You know, they will walk up on you, and if you claim to be God or whatever, you know, you would have, what's today's mathematics and stuff like that. And sometimes if you didn't know your mathematics, there was a penalty for that. But anyway, this was their thing. So they had they lived in like a brownstone building. I don't know if y'all know what a brownstone building is, but it's a brownstone. It's like it was like the ground floor, which is like the basement floor, but it wasn't a basement. They just consider it a basement because it's on the ground level. So it's the basement floor. Then it was 1, 2, 3. So I think it's like 4 floors to the building. And they owned the building. They owned it. But it was so many of them. To tell you the truth, honestly, I don't know who was cousin, who was sister, who was auntie. It was just a lot of them, and everybody was in and out all the time. I don't know who lived there, who didn't. I just used to see them all the time. But I just know it was like roaches. That's how many of them it was. Very big family, very, very big family. So his one of his cousins, female, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little leery of her when I was younger, because she had a reputation. She could fight, you know, she had mouth, and she had the fighting skills to back it up. So mostly they called her Lucky, but I don't know what her government was. I never asked her government, but that's what the family called her, Lucky. And it's crazy because me and her wound up being friends down the line as we got older. But by then, by the time I got older, there wasn't no fear in me at all. Because I had had enough of that when I was young. But at that time when we was younger, in elementary, I was scared of her. Not OD scared, but I basically knew what she could do, and I wasn't sure of what I could do because I had never gotten into a fight. So because I didn't know what I could do, but I knew what she could do, I was fearful of ever getting into a beef with her. So my brother, you know, and this is my older brother, he was always worried about us getting beat up in a fight. He wanted us to learn how to fight. But the way he did it is, instead of him, you know, showing us and saying, put your hands up like this, this is what I want you to do, I'm going to swing and I want you to block it like this or whatever, and then come back with a hit. Instead of him showing us this way, this is what he did. So one day, I'm coming out of school. Well, school ended. The day was over. It's 3 o'clock and they let everybody out. So me and my little sister, she's like a year and a couple of months younger than me. And we were walking home from school. So as we're walking home, you know, we lived around the corner from the block, from the school. So as we're walking home, I see my brother standing with the girl Lucky. So I'm like saying to myself, like, why is he with this girl Lucky? You know, that's what was going through my mind. So we get up close, because the girl Lucky used to call me, I don't remember what she used to call me back then when we was younger, but as we got up to be teenagers, she just called me Finny, you know, because my family, honestly, my family was just as big as hers. So instead of everybody calling everybody by their different name, they would just call us all Finny. Yo, Finny. Like that. So we standing there. I mean, we walking up. And I already have some fear in me because I don't know what this is about. But I know Lucky is standing with my brother. And that can't be good. So we get up close. And my brother goes to the girl Lucky, yo, I'll pay you to fight my sister. I don't even think he had to pay her. I think she was just on go anyway, because she was just had a reputation of being fighting and all. So he was like, he would pay her to fight me. And I was like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, blah, 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 blah. So he told the girl to yoke up my little sister. Because he assumed that if he yoke up my little sister, like, okay, I'm not going to fight her, but if she yoke up my little sister, I won't have any other choice but to fight her. Because, like, Lucky was my age. And so my little sister was a year and change younger than us. So naturally, I'm supposed to defend my little sister. At least that's what everybody was thinking. So I said, I don't want to fight. So my brother he's going, so you just going to let her yoke up your little sister right there? So I'm still going, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. So this girl got my sister in a headlock. Now, she's not hurting her. I could clearly see that she's not hurting her because this is all just a ploy to get me to fight her. So my brother can basically teach me how to not be scared and not you know, and to learn how to fight. Plus, I wanted to see, I think he wanted to see if I did have any skills as far as fighting. But I don't care what nobody said. That's not the way you do it. So the girl got my sister yoked up. And I know she not going to hurt my sister because everybody used to really protect my little sister, because even though she was only a year and something younger than me, she was kind of small. You know, a little light-skinned, cute little thing. Everybody protected my little sister in school and everything. So I wasn't worried about her doing anything to my little sister. She was just holding her, and I could clearly see she wasn't hurting her, because my sister wasn't like scrambling to get away. She was just standing there. So I was so mad with my brother because I knew what he was trying to do, and I didn't like it. And I just kept saying, I don't want to fight her. I don't want to fight her. So he like, oh, you going to let her yoke up your little sister like that? Go over there and fight her. He turned around to say something to the girl. He turned around. I don't know what he said to her, but he turned around to say something to her. When he turned back around, y'all, I was halfway up the block. I was damn near home. He yelling up the street, Tuan, come back here. Come back here and fight this girl. You gonna leave your sister here to get yoked up? Y'all, I yelled out, I gotta go home. Mommy calling us. I'm like, I'm not with it. I'm not having it. You ain't gonna set me up to get my ass whipped, because this girl can fight. And I wasn't sure what I could do, because I had never been in a fight before. I was real skinny, and she was kind of a big girl. Like, she looked like she lifted weights, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, now you ain't about to set me up to get whooped on out here, and then now not only do I get my ass whipped, but now I get my ass whipped in front of my big brother. And then all he gonna do is taunt me all the way home, like, you let that girl beat you up. So I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. No. So when after he was talking to her, when he turned around, I was down the block. I was almost home. I don't know if my mother called me or not, because I ain't see nobody in the window. But I damn sure did yell out, I gotta go home. Mommy calling us. Man, I ain't turned around and looked back. I just kept running. I got all the way home, got in the house, and closed the door. I honestly don't even remember if he said anything to me when he got home or not. I honestly don't. All of that is a blank. I just remember that. And I was so mad at him for so long that I was just like, nah, man. How you my big brother? You supposed to protect me. You out here trying to get me to fight chicks. I understand you want me to know how to defend myself, but that's not how you go about it. Because, you know, back in the days, they didn't have the karate classes and stuff like that like they do now. So back in the days, you know, your brother or your father, they used to take you in the backyard or whatever and, you know, try to see what you could do. You know what I'm saying? He could have did that. Like, why try to embarrass me, you know what I'm saying, a block away from the school, which, you know, it's kids coming down the block because, you know, people are coming home from school. The kids are coming home from school. I got my ass whipped in front of everybody that was in that school. And then when I went back to school, I would have been taunted by the kids in school. And, you know, a lot of times when kids see that you're scared or whatever, first thing they do is want to start picking on you. Now you done became a target. I'm like, you're not about to make me no target, so where now I'm being bullied in school because people see that I got beat up or whatever. Now the thing is, I'm not even sure if I would have got beat up, because you know, my fighting skills might have kicked in at that point, and I could have been on some real rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I could have found out that day that I had hands. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't trying to test that theory. Because at the end of the day, I didn't know if I had hands, but I knew she had hands. I wasn't about to, I'm too cool to be embarrassed. I'm sorry. I was not about to do it. I'm sorry, sis. I knew you was good. She wasn't holding you that tight, and my brother was standing there with y'all, so I know you was good. I'm going home. That was it. My mother was mad at him for that, for doing that. But he, you know, men sometimes have the craziest way of trying to teach, you know, their brothers and sisters or their kids or whatever. But that wasn't the way to do it. Man, when I tell you I took flight, when I tell you that the flash had nothing on me, that my feet was crazy, I could have ran a marathon and won. When I tell you, my feet did some work that day. Because when he only turned around for a second. When he turned back around, I was halfway up the block yelling, Mommy calling us. I gotta go home. I don't even know what happened after that. Like the day after that or whatever. I don't even know what happened. But when we got older, me and her, we was sitting on a stoop. And we was talking about that. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't trying to be fighting you back then. I said, I wasn't sure of myself back then. I said, but now it's a different story. So she started laughing. And we honestly became friends, and we used to hang out all the time. You know, but after that day, honestly, y'all, after that day, there was no punk in me. I think it just woke me up to what you don't let happen. Like, you know, I didn't go for the okie doke with my brother, but it did wake up in me that you got to defend yourself, and you can't always run from a fight. That sometimes you're gonna have to stand your ground. So for that, I thank him, because I couldn't have been seeing myself as a grown woman till this day, still scared. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you don't defend yourself, people will take advantage of that. Or when you seem scared, you will take you know what I'm saying? People will judge you, and it's not about them judging you, but then you'll judge yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later you have to fight back. And it did teach me that sooner or later you have to fight back. So since then, well, when I used to get into fights, I mean, literally, you would have to pull me off the girl. Like, seriously, like, I would blank out. I'm going crazy. The people name me Mike Tyson, honestly. And you look at me and you don't think, oh, she can't fight. No, I get busy. My hands is good. Seriously. Never took a gym class, a boxing class. Never did none of that. But I can fight. I know how to move, and I know how to swing, and I swing hard, and I hit hard. I mean, I grew up. When I grew up, I used to, you know, I had a boyfriend that was very abusive. And I had to fight. I had to fight him all the time. There was times I used to stay at his house. And if me and him fought, he would sleep in his mother's room. I would still stay at his house, but he would sleep in his mother's room. Because he knows ain't no way he going to hit me and think he going to lay down and just go to sleep like I'm not going to come at him. No, we fighting all night until I get mine. You're not going to one-up me. You're not going to think you got anything over me. I just have this thing about me where I can't lose a fight. I can't lose a fight. And if I get into a fight, literally somebody has to jump in and grab me, because I will go all night long. That's just my mentality. I don't know. Maybe my brother did something and messed my head up somehow when he did what he did, but literally, you have to stop me, like seriously have to, because I'll pick up anything. I'll bust you in the head with a bottle. I'll stab you. If I have a gun in my hand, you get shot. That's just me, and I need to chill with that too, because I don't think of the consequences of what I'm doing until after it's done, and that's honestly, that's what scares me, because I get so enraged that I don't think, I just do at that moment, and then when it's over with, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? But at that moment, it's crazy. But yeah, that's what he did. Set me up, and I ran from that fight, but I never ran from another one after that. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna finish eating my food because it's hella good, and I will talk to y'all later. But if y'all like this video, comment below. I would love to hear what y'all think about what my brother did. And like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Woo! Comment below, like I said. Share me out with your family, your friends. And this was my story time, y'all. If y'all would like to hear more of these stories, hit me up down below and let me know. Was this entertaining for you, and would you like to hear more? Because I got a whole lot of more. Y'all, until I see y'all again, till I speak to y'all again, be blessed, stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.